Are you a woman of faith who's already speaking? Like you're already speaking on stages, on podcasts, on panels. Maybe you're posting reels, doing YouTube videos, even leading rooms, maybe ministry sessions, right? You want to speak more confidently. You want to articulate better. You want your words to land stronger, and you want to sound clearer, sharper, and more authoritative. If that's you, I need you to go ahead and comment D. Welcome in. It's Dee Giles, and today I'm going straight into communication. But before I do, about 70% of you guys who watch this video or watch this channel have not subscribed yet. Go ahead and do me a favor and hit the subscribe button so that our message can spread further and we can further help more people. Now, listen to this. I'm going straight into communication because so many women are already speaking, but you can feel the gap. Listen, I've been speaking to a lot of Proverbs 31 women. I've been doing this on my Instagram channel. And now I'm going to talk to the women here on the YouTube channel. Listen, you may be good. You're really good. Probably you're on stages. You're already doing your thing. Maybe not on stages yet, but you're on virtual stages, but you're not consistent. You have the message, but it doesn't always land. What does that mean? It means people are not really connecting. And let me tell you what connection means. It means whatever it is that you're trying to sell them or give to them, they're not buying in. You're called to bigger rooms, but your voice hasn't fully caught up to the room yet. So let's fix that today, all right? The reason I say wisdom made her wealthy, because that's what I've been talking about, and that was an email that I sent out to my community as well. I said, wisdom made her wealthy, is because wisdom always shows up in communication. Words matter. A mentor of mine has said that before, and I paid attention to that. Words matter. What you say matters, and how you say it matters. Your results are connected to how you think and how you speak. So, yes, this is about confidence, but it's also about capacity. And for me, as a spiritual woman, a woman of faith, really that believes in the Lord and the prophetic, listen to this really quick. The more you are in God's presence, I believe that He begins to build this capacity on the inside of you. And the more that you hone in your skills, the capacity gets built as well, right? Because when you communicate better, you lead better. I'm going to say that again. This is for all my leaders out there, all the entrepreneurs with teams out there. When you communicate better, you lead better. And when you lead better, guess what follows? Increase follows in every dimension you can think possible. Let me clear something up. Here's the number one shift I want you to understand. Confidence is not personality, it's structure. Confidence is not a personality trait. It's actually a structure. A lot of women don't struggle with confidence. This is what you may struggle with. You may struggle with organization, your word choice. What words do I choose today? You may even struggle with clarity. You may even struggle with structure under pressure. That's why you can sound amazing in your head. I want you to think about this for a second. You can sound amazing in your head, and then you get on camera and on stage, and it comes out so messy. You're like, what did I just say? What just happened? And not being able to move on, even if you fumble over your words. I do that sometimes, but I keep going because I know the message that I want to get out to my audience. So the first thing you need is this: stop aiming to sound confident, aim to sound clear. Make sure they understand what you're trying to say. Confidence is what clarity feels like. Now, listen to this. This one is huge. If you want to sound confident, you must remove uncertain language. What do I mean by that? Let me give you a few examples. I'm not sure, but this may not make sense. Maybe. I don't know if you agree. This might be wrong. That language weakens your authority. It sounds like really soft language. Really, really. Listen, maybe, I don't know. It sounds like you're not even confident in what you're saying. I'm trying to help all my women out there. All right. Now, I can give you some ways to teach and preach and all of this, but this has a lot to do when we are trying to communicate effectively on stage and we want people to understand the position we are in and the message we are trying to convey. Listen to this. This is what you're going to replace it with, okay? You're going to replace it with, here's what I've learned. Here's what works. Here's the truth. Here's the key. This matters because you're connecting something. So you say something, you can say, "Hey, I want you all to stand up really quick and say something that you enjoyed today. And then they all say it. And they're like, why did we say this? And you say, this matters because I had you say this because, instead of saying, I don't know why I had you say that. This might be wrong, but no, you can be humble without sounding unsure. So listen to this now. Here's a rule that instantly upgrades speakers. If you're a woman of faith here and you're like, I want to speak, or you speak already and you're like, I need to go to the next level in my speaking, here's what is going to upgrade you. Say your main point in one sentence first. You can say that first. Most people do the opposite. They do 5 minutes of warm up, then they finally get to the point. Strong speakers can lead with a point and then follow with a story, right? Or listen to this, you can, if you know how to do it correctly, start off with a story and quickly get to the point. I say about, in 2 minutes, get to that point. So before you speak, on stage, a podcast, a panel, a video, ask yourself, if I only had one sentence, what would it be? What would I say? That one sentence becomes your anchor. That one sentence right there, whether it is you say your story, a little bit of a story first, which is probably like 1 or 2 minutes to get to the point, or you say that point followed by a story. Everything else supports it. That's how you sound sharp. And people don't get lost in the sauce, because that's what happens. You have people who go on and on and on and on, and they get lost in the sauce. Okay? If you want to sound more confident, stop over explaining. Over explaining is a confidence leak. This is, let me tell you something. That's one way to tell if someone's struggling. They start over explaining, over explaining, over explaining. And it usually happens for two reasons. You're trying to avoid being misunderstood, and you're trying to prove you deserve the room. But girl, woman of God, you already in the room. You are there. Confident speakers understand people don't trust the speaker who talks the most. They trust the speaker who sounds the most certain. Say it once, pause, let it land. Say it once, pause, and let it land. There is power in the pause. You see how I just paused there? There is power when you pause, because it gives people time to think about what you just said. If it needs so much explanation, explain it in just one clean line and you're done. You don't need to have to explain it over and over in several different ways. We got you. We hear you. If you want your voice to sound more expensive, yes, I said expensive, you need frameworks. You're probably like, what are you talking about, Dee? If you want to sound more expensive, you need framework. Here's why I say this. I was listening to a speaker once, and I started to realize they always said things in 3 keys, or here are 4 types, or here's the process, or this is step 1, step 2, step 3. And I realized even without me writing notes, I was able to retain the information. So framework sounds like, here are the 3 keys, here are the 4 types, here's the process. This is step 1, step 2, step 3. Frameworks do 2 things immediately. They make you sound like an authority, and they make people remember you. This is super important. People will remember you. Why? Because random talk gets forgotten. A lot of the times when you go to a conference, a seminar, someone speaking, how many times did you retain the information that you learned? Not all the time, but you did remember a single point. Or if someone had a process, you remembered it. Or if it was a story, you remembered it, right? So structured talk creates demand. A lot of your favorite speakers that you love to listen to, whether it's on the news, whether it's your favorite podcaster, you listen to them because they have a structured type of talk. Now, for my women called to bigger rooms, listen to this here. You have to speak like your next room. What do you mean? Speak like you're going to the next room. If you want stages, speak like a stage speaker. If you want podcasts, speak like a guest people request. They want to hear your story. They want to hear your points. They want to hear your point of view. If you want panels, speak like someone who belongs at that table. That means fewer filler words. I'm not saying you can't say any, because we're human, but fewer filler words, shorter sentences, stronger conclusions, make a point, slower pace, less explaining and more presence. Be present in the moment. You don't need to be louder, you need to be clear. People need to understand what you're saying. A lot of women are speaking to be liked, but leaders don't speak to be liked. Leaders speak to be followed. So here's the upgrade: don't perform, direct. Instead of, I just want to share this, say, here's what you need to do next. People are like, okay, what do I need to do next? Here's what you need to do next. And sometimes you can say, I just want to share this, but you have to discern the room, what room you're in. Instead of saying, this is just my opinion, say, this is the decision. People are like, oh, this is a leader. This is what leadership sounds like, right? So when you're in that space, you need to say, I'm speaking like I'm going to my next room. I'm speaking like where I want to be in the first place. God is calling you higher. God is calling you to the next level as a speaker. You're a woman of faith. You're like, this is what I'm called to. These are some of the communication tips that are going to help you. And if you want to hear about more communication tips or anything, jot them down in the comments below. And I will come out here and I'll begin to do more videos on that as well. But listen, start to listen to some of your favorite teachers, podcasters, and you're going to see there's a system that flows, and that's why you love them so much. So if you're already speaking, but you want to speak with more confidence and clarity, remove uncertain language, lead with a sentence. Stop over explaining, speak in frameworks, match the room you want, and start directing, not performing. If this is you, I want you to go ahead and comment me down below. And like I said, if you want me to help you sharpen your voice for stages, podcasts, panels, and content, I need you to go ahead and comment, speak down below. I cannot wait to hear back from you. And if this video has blessed you, then look forward to seeing more. All right, see you soon.